Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Thursday weather update. Well, we've got low pressure falling apart finally in New Zealand, while over in Australia, there's a large area of high pressure. So on the satellite map, you can see the leftovers of that low. Still a bit of rain around, a few downpours, a couple of isolated thunderstorms as that system passes through the northern part of New Zealand. And the rain down here is clearing to showers and a colder southerly that's coming on through there. Elsewhere, we've got a few downpours around Vanuatu, otherwise fairly dry, clear skies around the South Pacific Islands. And Australia is also mostly clear, but check out this cloud here, coming from a tropical storm that's way off to the northwest, and some cloud feeding out into the jet stream. So here we are on the wind map. You can see the area of low pressure in New Zealand, centred just east of Dunedin, and this system is now slowly moving off the country. And this big high pressure system in Australia is very slowly moving towards us, or at least to northern parts. So as that moves through Australia, colder weather is on the way. Frost's coming in for places through the interior like Canberra, ACT. Could be a bit frosty, especially as we go into Friday night. So let's get into some maps. Now, we had a request on YouTube to please talk about snow for the mountains in New Zealand. Sorry, I don't always do that. We actually just sort of forget to look at the snow map sometimes when it's not going down into sort of lower level areas. Now, there's a little bit of snow coming through here. Not a huge amount, but it's another dusting again across the ski fields and the ranges. And here's a bit of good news, a little bit coming in for Mount Ruapehu, which has not really had the best season so far, a pretty mild, wet season rather than a cold, snowy one. But we've got another 5, 10, 15 centimetres coming through there, which will be welcome over the next 24 hours. We've also got rain on the way. That's why we're seeing that snow falling around the central plateau, about 80 millimetres or so falling around National Park. And then that will be coming into the mountains at lower levels, but could still, as I say, get around 10, 15, maybe on the summit 25 centimetres. And we've got of snow, and then the rain here is around that sort of 80 millimetre mark, 70 on the western side, another sort of 50 or 60 here. But the good news is for the places that have been flooded, mostly dry now in this area down to the south, also mostly dry around Hastings and Napier, and also the far north, not looking overly wet. So let's take a look at the forecast for Friday. We've got a colder change coming into New Zealand, a bit of a cold front moving up the country. It's not very aggressive, but it just brings in that wet weather and the drop in temperatures and the snow flurries up in the mountains. Over in Australia, the high pressure zone moves further to the east. The southerly fades out. Frosty night on the way for Friday night, especially around the capital. Now, this is just a quick glance at the Friday night departure from normal. We had a complaint the other day on YouTube about the colours looking too extreme. We don't touch the colours. So it's the beauty in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. Just look at it and go, where it's red, you will feel warmer. Simple as that. It's not dramatic, it's just you'll feel warm. And if it's blue, you'll feel cold. And this is where we're seeing -4. Frosty weather coming through some of these areas. Over here, +14. So that's all it is. It's just showing you that it's warmer on that side, colder on that side on Friday night, and that's the reason why that high moving out. Southerlies on that side, milder northerlies on the other side. So this is relevant to New Zealand because that high from Australia is moving in, and as it does so, that southerly flow gets enhanced a wee bit more. So on Saturday, that cold front will go further up the country, or at least the one we've got here showing that front developing, and there's low pressure also sort of trying to form in this zone. You've got low pressure just down here. So rain will be moving into the North Island with a bit of a temperature drop on Saturday. Then it should clear away on Sunday, but it will be colder than it's been. With that high moving further in, the sky is clearing out, the southerlies fading, but it's still raining on the west coast and still a bit cloudy with a few showers also brushing Stewart Island and coastal parts of Southland, while a cold front now comes into Adelaide. So as we go into next week, Monday, high pressure to the north of New Zealand, easterlies up here. By the way, the place to be in Australia next week is Cairns. Daytime highs around 27, 28 degrees. That's not bad. So it'll be nice and mild up there. But the high pressure zone into New Zealand drives in more rain to the South Island. And with that blue line further north, it's going to be snowing around the mountains again. Now by Tuesday next week, high pressure is to the north of the country. Mild winds for New Zealand again. These easterlies turn around as a nor'wester, so that's not going to be too bad. The blue line gets pushed further south. And check out this storm in the Southern Ocean. August is one of our stormiest months of the year down here in the Southern Ocean. They sometimes come up and give us a snowstorm, so we're always monitoring them. But at this stage, this one's staying down here with big windy westerlies gales coming in through Western Australia and South Australia, and later on Victoria and Tasmania. Windy westerlies are a sign of spring, but I'm not saying it's spring because storms like that can still produce snowstorms. So we'll keep an eye on it. But that's all for now. We will see you again on Friday with our next update.